Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. I am going to hit random and get Cain, and honestly, I don't remember the last, any number of characters I've played, because I didn't play yesterday. I was an extra day ahead and decided to take the day off of recording, which was probably a good idea, because I do just, I don't know, my voice feels a lot better and all that good stuff. So, probably helped. Seems like a good thing to me. I'll take the soul heart now. And we'll get telepathy for dummies, which isn't very good, but I'll do it anyway. Homing tears for a room. Charges in 2 rooms. I can work with it. That'll increase our chance of getting a library in the future of the run, and I'm gonna check out the rest of the floor first, because wouldn't it be funny if we got a library anyway? So I'm just gonna go to the cursed room. Soul hearts don't really matter on the first floor. So, I mean, yeah, I was a little sad. We just wasted the soul heart, but what do I really care? I don't. It'll be unfortunate if I don't get anything that'll help me not take damage on the next floor, because that's when the devil room's actually possible, but stuff happens. So I may as well use telepathy for dummies here, get them homing tears, see what we can do. Ideally, take no damage, but even if I take damage, it doesn't matter, because there's a full heart of recovery a couple rooms away. The boss will likely drop health as is. And it's really just, the basement's very easy, so I should be able to make it through the next floor without taking damage, whether or not I get any soul hearts. It's just a matter of actually doing it. So Cain does have extra damage, but less range, slightly less health. Lucky Foot, though, is very good. Pills can't be bad, only good or neutral. And we're better at gambling. So there's nothing I can do with all of this health, is there? I don't think there is. Alright, then let's get out of here. See where it goes. Next floor. Hopefully not Curse of Darkness, but this is the best time to get it because it doesn't actually matter. Because the floors are so small. Alright, fine. Don't kill the big one that I wanted to kill. There we go. Alright, bomb and a key, 2 good pickups. Get the Kiva meat in there since it does do 7 damage on contact. Wow. I don't really necessarily... I don't not want the keys, but... Can you calm down? Ah, dang it. What a jerk. Okay, that's 1. You coming up here? Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, we still made it because we're faster. Okay, as long as I can make it out of this room, there's a good chance that, wow, you're a jerk, is what there's a good chance of. Good chance that this gets me a soul heart. I wanted to wait so that I didn't have to go anywhere near that troll bomb. And the halo's a great pickup. I don't have any special items yet, so I'm going to wait on it, but it's all stats up. It's a small damage up, but it is a damage up nonetheless, and I'm totally cool with that. Okay, I shouldn't have dodged the way I did there. You don't want to dodge, along a line with those things because they can slide straight into you rather than stopping. They just, keep sliding pretty much sometimes. So you dodge anything that isn't parallel and in line with. So I guess collinear, let's say it properly. Don't dodge collinear with them. Dodge anything askew. And you'll be fine. Unless, of course, there are 8 million of them, and you can't possibly be askew of all of them. I don't have another bomb. Fortunately, this time it wasn't my fault for mismanaging my bombs. It was just that there wasn't another bomb drop. So that's always good. Let's fight this boss and see what we get. Alright, it's Duke of Flies, and that's totally cool, I guess. It's going to be a minor annoyance. And I obviously would want the pentagram. And now the problem here is, yes, by not taking that halo, I don't have an extra health that could be used to get a deal with the devil, since I'm guaranteed to get one here as long as I don't take some insane amount of damage. Also, okay, I'm not sure. I turned down my speaker volume because it seemed like there was abnormally loud stuff, but it might just be my air filter being incredibly loud, which yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I am being bothered by that, so I'm probably gonna hit it because usually that makes it quieter. It's very old and bad anyway. So just a second. Alright, that worked, like, amazingly. Which is pretty funny and kind of bad. Alright, so I don't want either of these, any of them. I don't want either of those. Like, I kind of want Book of Belial, but not for a heart. And I don't want to... I wouldn't trade health for the Necronomicon at any point in time. But it would be nice to have those because they would then not be in the library pool. Which could be pretty nice, could be pretty helpful. But, you know, that's alright. See what we get on the next floor. Sadly, no bombs, and I don't have enough to really, like, if I had maybe 10, maybe 7 cents, I'd go for the shop and see if I could get a bomb for that other tinted rock, but 3 cents, that would require there to not only be a bomb, but it to be on sale, and that's just a silly thing. That's a silly, silly thing. So let's see what we get on this floor. Remember, we did get a slight damage up, and since we have a 1.2 damage multiplier, it's a little more than its normal slight amount, but it's still pretty small. Alright, that's that. Same with these dudes, except they don't slide as much, so it's all good with them. That was a little close. I do still have half a soul heart, and now that I've skipped a deal with the devil, I am able to get an angel room as well, which could be pretty nice. Okay, so this is a situation where I couldn't have dodged anything but in a collinear fashion. But it's alright because it didn't decide that I was screwed anyway. Emperor teleports to the boss room, and we get Anarchist Cookbook and the Book of Shadows. Book of Shadows is better than Telepathy for Dummies, let's go with that. Although I kind of wanted to stick with Telepathy for Dummies just because. Still, I don't really need Homing Tears. Alright, sure, let's do this. So this charges in 3 rooms, 10 seconds of invincibility. And it lets me use my Cube of Meat pretty offensively, and I like it. Or I like that, at the very least. I'd like to get a charge for my Book of Shadows, so I'm willing to risk red heart damage. It's not like I'm likely to get the deal with the Devil or Angel Room anyway. So I don't feel that bad. Okay, that's you. Okay, I should not have done that the way I did. But it didn't come back to bite me, so it's okay. Let's see what we can get in this item room in a moment. Okay, don't dodge so badly. Alright, what's in here? Sure, that's totally fine, I guess. Forget Me Now. That's an exciting pill, actually. Or not pill, an exciting item that I'm probably going to use at the end of this floor, to be honest. And by the way, as much as we'd all like it to be possible, you cannot, in fact, use the Forget Me Now in the same way that you do like a teleport, where you run into something so that you can pick it up. So you can't like take your spacebar item with you to the next floor, because it just doesn't work like that. It's sad, but true. So I will just use it at the end of the floor. I mean, the earlier you use it, the more free your rewards are. So that's a good stuff thing. But of course, if you can save it for the chest, you get 4 more chests, and those are awesome. And the coolness factor of killing Blue Baby more than once. But, you know, I'm gonna not worry about it. I'm just gonna use it on this floor, and it's all gonna be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my invincibility now, especially since I'm gonna be ditching it. Okay, so I'll take this now. Super Bandage, 1 red heart, 2 soul hearts. Nice pickup. I'm not gonna take either of those, though. I'm very not interested, relatively. And I will clear the rest of the floor, take the Forget Me Now, go to the Curse Room, see if there's anything in the Curse Room, Forget Me Now from inside the Curse Room so that I lose less health. And that's the equivalent of using the Book of Shadows to get in, so it's okay. It's totally okay. Because we still take half as much. Alright. Secret room is right there. We can't lose on this, but I only want to No, I can play it more than once because I'm getting a second Caves 1, not going to Caves 2. Joker I'd definitely rather have than the Emperor. Justice is a nice pickup, one of these 4 types of pickups. And that heart happened to be a soul heart, which was lucky. Alright. Joker teleports us to the Devil or Angel room, by the way. Cursed Skull would teleport us out of whatever room we're in if we get down to half of a red heart. Or if we have only soul hearts, it'll always activate, which is horrible. Sun, yeah, not what I'm after. Thought that might happen. But we good. And I'm keeping the Polaroid instead of Maggie's Faith for no reason, I guess, so fine, I'll take Maggie's Faith. But we'll see if I end up getting to use it. It's that gives us an Eternal Heart at the start of each floor. Alright. Goodbye, Caves 1. Curse of the Labyrinth. So, that's a little unfortunate. We can't get 3 Devil or Angel rooms now. And we only get 1 shop out of this. We don't have the arcade chance because I don't have enough money. And all in all, nothing went right at all in that whole situation. So the safe thing to do would potentially have been to use the Forget Me Now on Caves 1 or Caves 2 after clearing that floor. But there are going to be slightly more rooms. It's going to be slightly tougher, potentially. I don't remember if I had Caves or Catacombs on Caves 1, but either way, it's a very arguable kind of decision. But we don't lose anything besides... Okay, technically we don't lose anything at all, because we were going to have an extra shop and an extra Devil room. So we don't lose relative to what we're supposed to have, but we lose relative to the extra. So it's a little unfortunate, but it could be worse. Okay, there we go. I'll go back for that in a minute. Wanted to insta-kill that fly as quickly as I could. That was unfortunate, by the way. Maggie's Faith's Eternal Heart, hopefully gonna stay hanging around. Oh, this is unfortunate. Okay. I don't like this room, but any damage in this room is just not playing perfectly. This room is very doable. Oh, that was terrifying. This room is very doable without taking damage on any setup. But it's still hard. I don't think that this room is unfair the way I do with the one where it's just very thin, like single block wide walkways. And I know that that room is also possible to do without taking damage, but I still don't think it's fair. Because, I mean, you have to both be expecting it, you have to know exactly what to do, and you have to do it perfectly. Like, perfectly. I don't think it's a good room. But that one, I don't like it, but it is doable. Like, anytime. With no perfection necessary. You can take your time with it for sure. And I mean, any room's made more easy by having more damage, but it's not required to be possible. Alright, try and... Okay, get me in here. Thanks. Wow, calm down. So we'll see what we get from this chest once we finish the room, because this dude is just not my friend. Fine. The moon teleports us to the secret room, which I guess I'll try and remember to take to the next floor and beyond, because that could get us out of the mom room if I can hang on to it for that long. I should have been able to dodge that. I was just not reacting. So here goes my soul heart supply, basically, and amazingly, we've just now found our first item room. Wow, I completely misspaced that. I was trying to use the cube of meat and then I just didn't. Holy water is absolutely an item that I will not take. It is far worse to have than not. changes one familiar into Brother Bobby, and since I only take familiars that are particularly good, like Little Gish, which I need the tier effect of, and that's the only reason that I would want it, I would hate to have it turned into Brother Bobby, and then the effect of the item is pretty much useless because it spills wherever you are when you get hit, and rarely is it that that's going to damage anything because you're not really near those things. So it's just a really, really bad item. So I'm not too into it. I don't think it's special though, so at least it has that going for it. And for those wondering, special items, which I mentioned earlier, are just items that prevent each other from spawning as you collect more of them. Basically, a lot of good items are marked in the code as special, and you start off your run with like a 15% chance that any special item is re-rolled when it's generated, so you get a different item instead. But after picking up your first special item, that chance goes up to about 70%, and after that it stacks a lot more minorly, but still stacks. So that's why it's worth waiting to pick up your first special item and just kind of going from there, which is something that I recently adopted, even though I knew about it a long time ago. But yeah, oh, that was dumb. Waiting to pick up the first special item so that you can have the best chance of getting more. And that's all there is to it. As you collect more of them, you get less of them. Well, you're less likely to get less of them. It's not like a guarantee or anything. It's just a very statistically unlikely thing that you'll continue getting more of them. Okay, that was pretty tight right there. That was a good dodge in general. And this fight has gone mostly well, but I pretty much invariably will take at least one hit on this boss. Oops. Okay, there we go. Oh god. No! That counts as red heart damage, by the way. If I had only lost the Eternal Heart, that would count as red heart damage, so it's but it's okay because this is why I have the Joker, and I believe that the Joker doesn't reset your chance multiplier, so it's actually good that we got hit all those times there and lost red hearts so that we didn't get a devil room there, because then we're more likely to get one on the next floor. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Okay, there we go. Or at least if it doesn't work like that, it's inconsistent, because apparently it doesn't fix like consecutive runs where you have the 0.25 multiplier for like forever. So it would make sense that it doesn't fix these. But I really don't know. Nope. Alright, good. So Pageant Boy is a little unfortunate, but it does get me enough money that shop's a viable option. And I will make that trek when I'm done with the floor, probably. I mean, it's not a huge deal. And I do need to remember that moon card. But I think I have to go through that room anyway. So do not worry, I will get it. Okay, this is a thing. Got my second item room, hopefully a good one. But if not, I guess we'll keep going with what we've got, which it's not amazing. We did pick up the relic though, so every 5 rooms we'll get a soul heart drop, and that is pretty good. It's pretty much amazing actually, but still. Ghost Baby is something that I don't take as well because it's not very useful familiar. It has spectral tears, but familiars, they just shoot more, cause Isaac and Blue Baby to shoot more at you, and most of them don't have useful tier effects, so I don't think the shots are worth it as their damage is minor. And yeah, they'll help you besides Isaac and Blue Baby though, for sure. No reason not to go for that. I'm just gonna go grab this now, because otherwise it'd be very much further out of the way, and I'm not too into the things that it's trying to sell me. I guess I'll spend 15 cents buying the key, soul heart, and pill, since we do have only good pills, or neutral pills, I suppose. Luck Up, not very good. Technically a good pill, but really it's pretty worthless. It does practically nothing. It doesn't affect tier effects or anything. It only affects tough love as far as tier effects. And other than that, it's a very minor, like incredibly minor increase in the chance that you get a drop after a room. And yeah, it's pretty useless. Luck down's better, for sure. But you can't get luck down as Kane. Dang it. Come on. So anyway, that room was bad, and it just, I shouldn't have done it. I'm also not going to look for the secret room. I was pressing the wrong arrow key if you couldn't tell. Yeah, I'm not going to look for the secret room. Because it's an XL floor, I don't want to use the moon for the reason I said earlier, where I can use it to get out of the mom fight, and potentially get a deal with the devil or angel room if it's still there and was there in the first place. So it's got value beyond this, which is not a big important deal because the secret room isn't generally going to change much. It just has the small potential to do something. Calm down. You stupid, don't do that. Okay, nope. Alright, another soul heart is good news. And I have more bombs than keys, so that's good news as well. And now I'll do what you want me to, since I did lose the Eternal Heart. I'll go ahead and grab the Bloody Penny and play that blood donation machine to get a bunch of money, as well as ideally a health up. And then we will be on our way. And there is a nice buffer of health laying around all throughout the floor, so I don't have to get perfectly lucky in order to make this maintainable. Alright, so the Bloody Penny makes it so that every time we pick up a coin, there's a 50% chance that we also get a half red heart drop, which is pretty useful, because in situations like this, it can keep you sustainable throughout as much play of this as you can possibly do. Of course, that does require a little bit of luck, which I'm not getting mostly right now, but I should hopefully have enough that I can get a blood bag, which would fully heal me unless I'm like all the way down on health. But mostly we're staying about even, which is what you'd expect. And now we're profiting, in fact. So I'm just going to do this until it pays out, or until I have to go pick up some of the health buffer that I mentioned. And then I'll continue doing it, because it's bound to pay out eventually. It's not actually. It could never pay out if it so wanted, but there you go. Health up, 4 hearts of recovery, and speed up, which is, I'm a little fast now. I'm going to be honest, I am a little bit fast. But we're good, we got it. Grab Maggie's faith, and be on our way. Because I'd say that we're more likely to continue being able to use the Eternal Hearts than that we're going to continue getting blood donation machines. But I could be wrong. I'm also not very worried about my health at the moment. I'm more worried about pretty much everything else. So, we've got the game freeze. Alright, Curse of Labyrinth, which is actually really annoying. That was pretty much my one worry. That was also the one thing that would make it more advantageous potentially that I keep the Bloody Penny, because there can be an arcade this floor. Balls of Steel? No, that's a speed up. That's really unfortunate. I'm way too fast. Oh, never mind. We'll just take epicac, and then still have to be careful, but we'll definitely take epicac. That makes it so that my tiers are arcing poison bombs, and they're very difficult to use often enough. This makes it bad to pick up range ups, and especially bad to pick up shot speed ups, because those would literally ruin the run and make it pretty much impossible for me to hit a number of things without also damaging myself. Alright, that was a little tight. But yeah, if you... in certain situations, I can move backwards in a way that makes it so that my epicac shot just comes right back at where I'm dodging to, instead of going forwards, and that's just really bad. But fortunately, I'm not experiencing that, and I can't even reproduce it at the moment, so that's actually like a really good sign. But yeah, I like epicac a lot. It's a ton of fun. It's challenging because the bombs will explode instantly. So like you can't just shoot as you go into a room because it's possible that you're right next to a rock at your start. In which case, an epicac bomb would explode in your face, and that wouldn't be good because then you just take damage, and it does not help you to do that. But having the relic, excellent touch with epicac, makes my life a fair amount easier. And, alright. That was pretty risky, to be honest, shooting it like that. But I thought I had it handled. I do have enough money to go to the shop. I expected that it was greed, but what does it matter? Besides my key, I guess my key matters, because I don't have a lot of those. But super greed, very easy, no reason to take the quarter. I have enough money, and it honestly doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just going to go in here. The reason it doesn't make a lot of sense is because I have enough money, so that's, like, alone, that's something. And I still don't have a spacebar item. There is the potential that we get the D6, and we can then farm more quarters. I couldn't do anything about that one. We can farm more quarters to get reroll pedestals instead of quarters, and it's a very consistent farmable drop, which means that it's much more valuable than the item itself, because you can just get more of them and then get lots of other items that are much better than it. So when it's worthless, just don't take it. It's not like the D6 never appears. It's rare, but it does appear. I shot the wall, so sometimes at certain angles in wall shooting, it just doesn't damage stuff. There we go. Bound to work eventually. So we did get a pretty fly pill, which, oh no. Range up is a lot less of a thing, though. Range up doesn't matter nearly as much. It's probably not even going to be a noticeable difference. But shot speed up would be. Fortunately, there is no shot speed up pill. Otherwise, that would be catastrophic to see. There's no point in shooting fires and poops, because you don't get drops if you blow them up. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. So I guess I'm not saying it anymore. Maybe I was talking about shooting walls. It's much like using the kamikaze glitch where you walk into the wall and it doesn't damage you. It's much like that. I don't know how that like partially hit it, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Come on. I'm a little fast. No, I can't really afford a pair of keys for that. That hit me, that's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, there it was. Well, I did warn everyone, including myself, right? Okay. Yeah, angles are sometimes scary. Range up could be worse, though. So I'm going to fight both bosses, because again, this is exactly why I have the moon card. Alright. Epicac does make the mom fight a little bit difficult sometimes. That's a shot speed up, so I literally, like, more than usual, I cannot afford to take that at all, ever, right now. Okay, so I'm just going to cheese this, I guess, since I've got the cube of meat. That'll have to do my damage for me. And it'll work, but this is literally the best, and maybe, it's not the only way, but it's the best way to do this fight. So I'm just going to do nothing at all. Hope I don't get hit too much from the other eyes. And we shall see how things go. Come on, yeah. As long as it hits at least a little bit each time, this will work out. And nicely enough, there's always been an orbital there when the upper door shot has happened. That one I felt, oh no. I felt that one was prudent to dodge myself, but then I screwed myself up. I don't think I'm going to get to keep this Eternal Heart. I guess it's possible, but I just wouldn't expect it. So I guess now I'm just going to start shooting up whenever there isn't the hand there. So meat, that's health up, that's damage up. Damage up does affect epicac, so don't think it's worthless. Alright, so shooting poop and fire, no point, remember. It doesn't get us a drop if we blow it up. And the Eternal Heart's pretty much doomed. I'll do my best to keep it, but I wouldn't expect to see it for very long. PhD, 2 red hearts of recovery, makes it so that pills can't be bad, and also can't be telepills. It'll identify pills for us if we don't know them, if we just hold on to them for long enough. So that's something. And it will also make it so that we always get 1 more coin from blood donation machines and IV bags. So that's always 2 at minimum, 3 at maximum, rather than 1 and 2 respectively. So let's see if we get a devil or angel room. We do not. And do I really have any reason to explore the rest of the floor? I don't think I do. I'd rather just keep the Eternal Heart and then be on my way with the Polaroid. So that's a health up, and that's our last health up possible from that item. And now that we've entered the womb, we can't tell tinted rocks from regular rocks and should be blowing up every rock possible, just in case. It is a case full of Justins. Okay, so it's a little bit unpleasant fighting Nagurti Jr., but we did manage. We got another soul heart. This is our last good chance for a devil room as well. Remember, blowing up every rock, as tedious as that might be, could be quite important. I'd love to see a small rock only for the speed down, honestly. Not that I wouldn't like the damage and tears, but those have very minor effects relatively on epicac, so I'm not as worried about them as the speed, which I have altogether too much of. Yeah, that's potentially worth it, but I don't really think I need to. Wow, Parabites, you have too much health. Oh, I thought I could actually use that to my advantage. Turned out I was mistaken. Okay, I did make sure to stop moving before shooting that. Come on. Because I did not want it to fly in my face and then blow me up, which is not a pleasant experience, I might add. Let's try down. Curse of Darkness is moderately annoying here. I mean, here's the thing. Curse of Darkness is never, like, a catastrophic thing. Oh, I did it again. But it's a big annoyance when the floors are big, because then you just can't tell what's going on in life. Alright. Okay, there we go, we're fine. Alright, fine. I will do this without trying to fling things, because movement does affect your shot speed, obviously, which is another reason I don't like shot speed, because I can have more control over it. I can make my shots go just as quickly, but I can also allow them to or help them go slower, which is sometimes far more beneficial. So it just, shot speed as a thing just does not strike me as good. Strikes me as limiting and, in most cases, not helpful. Okay, I thought that might happen. Oh, hello. Who do you think you are? Yeah, suck it. That's right. Alright. No tinted rock so far, but that's okay. I definitely did that to myself. Okay, that was tricky. Ipecac is definitely hard to use, and a question that comes up frequently is like, why would you take Ipecac but not Dr. Fetus? Because Dr. Fetus isn't actually hard to use. Ipecac takes a lot more skill, in my opinion, and is just actually challenging in a number of situations. Also has more interactions with things, and in general is just cooler. I also see it less, personally. Wasn't sure if I'd actually get that dodge, but I've already lost red hearts, so chance of a devil or angel room is practically non-existent. But getting this is actually a huge bonus, because that means that I can get Polaroid invincibility if I get hit a bunch. So that's always nice. Okay, go. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm not interested in that, though. Last assist. Very rare boss. I believe it's like a 1 in 40 chance to happen. And it's just like the little things that we see here and there throughout the game, like near blood donation machines, the embryos. So I lost red hearts on the boss as well, which means the chance of a double room right now, 1%. And guess what? It didn't happen. I can't say I'm surprised. But I did get the 1% recently. I just don't happen to know. Because it might have been a 0.25 multiplier, it might have been a 0.5 multiplier. I didn't pay attention, but I don't know if multipliers affect the 1% chance. Probably, in which case I had even less chance. But, like, I just don't know. So I just went with 1% at the time. And, you know, from there, we go with things. We'll see what happens. So I still don't have a use item, a spacebar item, which, how did I not take damage? I'm okay with it. I would like to have one. They're pretty good, useful things to have. Wrath, 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 Wrath. Come on. There you go. Do I really want Mr. Boom, though? No, because again, that's another item that I can farm and have as a reroll pedestal. So I have infinite bombs through epicac, so it just really doesn't make sense to take Mr. Boom. Oh, I missed 2 rocks. What if? Okay, well, we'll never know what if because they weren't. Totally know this, don't I? No. Well, PhD, full health. Alright, that's really good to know. Because of course that means that I can lose a lot of health now and not worry because I have a full health pill available. That will just bring me right back all the way up. Alright. Take all the soul hearts in the world, if you would please. Good. Excellent. Ah. Perfect. That room went much better than the first time we encountered it. I missed. That's okay. So we're up to 99 cents, which means I can skip that money. Which is actually a better thing to do in case I use some and want to get it back, then I actually can. Though chances of that are very slim. I do have 6 keys now, so I guess I should consider going to that library and potentially getting maybe like a spacebar item I want to have. Alright, so that gets me a Pretty Fly, that's my 3rd orbital. And Book of Revelations I'm not going to keep because it's a boring item. Gives me health, and it would normally guarantee horsemen, but I don't have any horsemen left that I can fight. Anyway, it just makes my win far more guaranteed. So I like to avoid that. Book of Sin isn't a much more interesting item, it's just that it can't help me as much. Well, it can help me as much, but it's so very unlikely to help me, even close to as much, that I'd definitely rather have it. Speed up. How about no? So of course I'd love to replace the Book of Sin as well. And yes, I should be checking all the time for secret rooms. But really, how much does it matter? Not very. Alright, let's find the boss now. Okay, this room's fine. I can dig it. Yep, that's about right. Game lags a lot. That's okay, I expect it. We're used to it. That's just how Isaac is. I have an extra key. I have 2. Well, now I have 3. No, yeah, 3. Okay, don't want the money, but I want the other things, even though I'm not getting any use out of my bombs. That's not really worth it. I don't see the point. And I don't need to earn a double room here because it's just a trapdoor to Shoal, where I'm certainly not going. Darn it. This is hard with Ipecac and high speed, because it's just so hard to, like, not fling them in bad places. Oh, that should have totally hit. I disagree, actually. Like, you saw that the heart was still there. Its hitbox obviously moves on before the heart itself does. Okay. But that's pretty unfortunate, because that would have been a nice hit to get. So now I've got repeated bombs. We do have 3 orbitals, so that's an excellent thing. It means we'll take as few hits as possible against Isaac, pretty much. And the reason that I use the Book of Sin after getting to this floor is in case it's an Emperor card or something. So I've definitely got enough speed that I can do this. Oh, I missed. That's okay. got another try because I missed in the right direction. Yeah. That saved me no time. Well, maybe it did. I also could have checked there. I could have seen it at spawn as well. And been like, oh yeah, the door just disappeared. There's the secret room. I could have known that. I just didn't pay attention. I don't usually pay enough attention at the start of floors in order for that to be something I notice. I do sometimes, but not most of the time. So let's hope this is the right way for the boss. Of course, the boss being Isaac. Okay, what are you? Soul Heart's awesome. Totally down for that. If this is the right way, I'm like the happiest man in the world. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm not very scared of the flies because I have 3 orbitals that'll just instantly kill it if it tries to mess. I mean, hopefully any flies know that they don't want to mess. Can you just, like, die? Thanks. 2 soul hearts and a bomb. And indeed, we do find the boss right away with a small skip. Oh my god, and I didn't actually have control over picking that up. So here the game's like, yeah, take your range ups. Those are great for you, right? No, they're not. They're bad. They're very bad. We'll see how that goes for us. Probably not too badly, honestly. We've been fine so far. I've had pretty good consciousness and general control over epicac. But it is tough. And if we happen to get any of the AIDS poop rooms, it's actually really bad news because we pretty much have to damage ourselves. So I guess what I want to do is keep this full health as much as possible so that I can not get too screwed. That was really unfortunate that I actually just walked into that like an idiot because now I don't have Polaroid invincibility, which gives me 5 less seconds to do whatever. And also just less time to react on using the full health pill. Lard is really good news and actually fixes my problem pretty much because now I have a half heart filled and I have less speed. And I mean, I'll take those 10 bombs and I'll take Mr. Mega, which is 5 bombs, as well as making my bombs do more damage by a lot. And yeah, have a larger blast radius as well. But other than that, Lard was pretty much the best thing we could have seen. Accidentally found the secret room as well, which I'm not really, I don't care very much about it. I'll visit it, of course. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. I'm still fast enough to get away, but you know what? I need to use bombs for it. Ah, dang it. There you go. 1-2 punch, basically. Alright, that's pretty much how I had to deal with that. Having a second full health pill is pretty wild. Also, the game kit here is not actually very good for me, because if I use it to get kills, which I would avoid doing, by the way, every second kill would heal me half a heart, and that could ruin my Polaroid invincibility. On the other hand, if I use it for invincibility alone and contact damage, which is what I'll try to do, that's good, because that makes it so that... Oh, you missed. That makes it so that I can... Oh, come on. I'm trying to use Gluttony to make my life easier. Can you... Come on. Ah! I'm trying to kill Lust with Gluttony, and it's not easy. That should have been... Okay, thank you, Super Sloth. You at least are in a cooperative mood. I'm also trying to keep Gluttony alive until last, because that serves me the most benefit from an item and drop perspective. So there, that's health up and full health. The health up obviously doesn't matter because you can't have more than 12 red hearts that are used for health. But the full health, that's a third full health option available to me. So if things are dire, before the boss that is, I've got options. So anyway, Game Kid only for invincibility and contact damage, and if possible, avoid kills. I don't like that we have to fight war so much. It's quite unpleasant. Also, the Game Kid can get me out of the sticky situation of being stuck using bombs or epicac to get through the AIDS poop rooms. Okay, so I have 2 half hearts, and I think the other one's just in here, yeah. So that gets me to the optimal health. which is good. And I mean, all in all, this is going well. I just need to keep up the consistency, which, again, epicac is a challenge. And I quite like it. Okay. Good, don't want that. And we found the boss perfect. Like, we went everywhere and only to the right places. We went everywhere we're supposed to and only the right ones. That's pretty beautiful. We know that we're not getting a forget-me-now or anything because we've already gotten one. Used one. Okay, so you two can die to that. And you'll die to that. And then I don't need the money. I don't need the full health and health up. In fact, that would be a disadvantage. And we'll just do the same thing we did for Isaac and then be pretty happy that this went so well. We are all right. We are all right. I don't think that at this point we can possibly lose. Also, we can't shoot while we're using the Game Kid, so I'm not going to use that for no reason. It does have a graphical glitch with Mr. Mega, by the way, so if I use it, which here I'll do after the fight here. After it, my head should be detached, unless it only works if the aesthetic's there. But, yeah, okay, so it only works if the aesthetic is there, but with Mr. Mega, your head would, like, be detached and off to the side, and then sometimes you get, like, a backwards head issue. But it didn't happen now, I guess, because of all the other things I have. So that was a good run. I liked it a lot. I hope you did as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.